All right, we made it another successful 2.6 miles around Lake Padden. I was thinking, come back with something to be grateful for. And as I left, I was thinking, I was talking about REM, right? Will their music stand the test of time? Has it held up over all these years? For me, there's a few songs that have, but the catalog, when I listen to it now, it doesn't hit the way that it did back in the 90s. And that just happens sometimes. There was another story in the news about Ed Sheeran and Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart was saying, I think, according to this news article, that Ed Sheeran's music is not going to stand the test of time. So, it happens. You hear, Ed Sheeran's been at it, 20 years making hits. And, he's put out some pretty great songs, and I think, there's some that will stand the test of time, but here comes Rod Stewart, right? He's been around, 50 years probably or more making music, maybe more. And he says Ed Sheeran's not it, so maybe Ed Sheeran needs to go back to the drawing board. He's 20 years in. Rod Stewart's saying, hey, you don't have one that's going to stand the test of time, but sometimes those things happen, they say, the goalposts move, change is inevitable. It happens that way. And then when you hear stuff like that, you start to think about your own legacy. What is the message that I'm going to leave this world? There's only a few Kingsburys left. I'm not having kids, so I'm not carrying on the name. And, there's a few out there, my brother, his son. There's a few Kingsbury. You'll see us out there doing things, making moves, but there's not a lot left. There's not a lot of legacy left, so now I'm kind of changing my thought process, instead of pointing this camera at people and listening to their message, might as well just turn it on myself. I got something to say as well. So my message might not be clear yet, but it's coming along. We talked about the 5 W's, the who, what, when, where, why, and how of the journalism, of telling a good story. And even that who, I've had a couple iterations of the who. You've seen Brian the eBayer, Brian the photographer, Brian the son with my mom and dad in videos, maybe at Christmas with my nieces and nephews, a lot of different answers to the question, who are you? And then you get into the what, who, what's he about, what's his message, what's he trying to say to the world? And just like that who changes, that what can change just as quickly. 5 years ago, I had a studio downtown Bellingham. I was about that portrait life, trying to spread my art that way, trying to make a name for myself. Sold all that, moved home. The business is home now. Things have changed, and the what is a lot different. What's he about these days, And what's he going to be about another 5 years from now? Who knows how things will change. That thing change is inevitable, and that message, that legacy that you leave to people is going to change as well. They have that famous Tupac saying, that his message might not be what changes the world, but his message is going to spark the flame that changes the world, or something like that. That's true,
I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world, and that's our job, is to spark somebody else watching us.
World or something like that. That's true. My message might not change the world, but maybe it'll get some of you guys thinking about your message. And it's never too late to say what you need to say to people, to spread your message and leave a lasting legacy to folks. Because you never know what they're going to take with them as they move forward in life, and your message can make an impact on others. Even if it's a small little gesture, small things often make the biggest impact on folks. So don't be afraid to tell that message. Send them an email. Let them know you're thinking about them. Let them know that you love them here on Valentine's Day, right? It doesn't hurt to say it every now and then. A lot of people struggle with, religion and God and what they believe in. And some folks say that, God is love and love is what rules the world. And, I'm kind of adopting that mindset a little bit, that that's really what makes the world go around, is love and kindness and all that stuff that we often take for granted as we move through life. So I guess grateful for that message, you know, grateful for that understanding that I've realized that after all these years and all these iterations of the who and the what and all that stuff will change and teach you that lesson about what is important in life. So be grateful for those messages when they come your way and when you realize those things, and be grateful that you have a voice to spread that message to others, and maybe whisper in someone's ear and tell them what you think about them, and maybe it will help them as they move forward in life. Sometimes it's about just caring, you know. There was that movie that came out a while back that Queen Latifah was in, and she had that line in that movie that every little thing needs love. You know, she said it with her little southern accent, and it's true.
Every little thing wants to be loved. Let's go.
Southern accent, and it's true. You know, everything needs to be loved to feel loved, and it's the most important thing, I think, in life. So take that with you as you move forward today. Hopefully you guys enjoy this little moment of gratitude, and you'll come back for future moments. This is part of my day in the life of a reseller vlog. I like to pull these moments of gratitude so you guys can enjoy them as well. But the full vlog is up on my channel every morning, so please consider subscribing, ring that notification bell. That way you'll become aware of all the latest videos when they drop. Having said all that, we still got a little daylight today, so I think I'm gonna head down to that waterfront, give you guys a look at the lake. We skipped it last time, so we're gonna get down there and catch this sunset a little bit, so maybe see if there's any wildlife, and I'll give you guys a look. All right, let's give you guys a look at this lake. We still got a little daylight left, but it's getting dark. It's getting cold out here, but a nice little view of the lake today. Too bad. There's a little sunset on the other side, so I think I'm going to swing you guys around, give you a look. Look at this pink and blue sky up there. Hopefully the camera will pick that up as we scroll upwards. Sometimes it takes a while for that color to appear, but look at that. Looks like cotton candy in the sky, right? Give you guys a look at that skyline across the way there. Nice night out tonight. It's a little chilly, a little colder than I would like, but the colors are looking good. The pinks and blues and greens and browns. So last time we walked out here, we saw a heron fly away here, so I'm kind of keeping my eyes open to see if I can spot him here. Maybe we can get a look at him if I turn you guys around and walk in on him, surprise him. Maybe we can get a look. Let's see. Last time he was right in here in this little brush area. This is where he likes to hide out sometimes, kind of away from things, hidden in there, tucked in there amongst the brush. So I'm not seeing any herons in here today, but I see a little school of ducks over there, so I think I'll come around here and see if we can get a look at them. So we'll see if we can zoom in on them. There's a little batch of them over there. They're a little bit far away to get a good look at them, but there's probably 6 of them over there swimming away. Pretty still out here on the water. Good day for a little swim if you were a duck. So one just flew in, left his little mark on the water there. I just missed it. Would have been a nice little video to capture, but you can see the splash there. So it's getting dark out here and a little bit cold, so I think I'm going to call an end to this little visit to Lake Padden. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this look at the wildlife and that little sunset. We'll head home and get some more work done, but I want to thank you guys for watching. Man, it's cold out there. I'm going to be grateful for this heat in the truck, so let's get this thing warmed up and head on home.